Welcome to Wellness 7000.
Stress. We all talk about it. We all feel it. And it's a completely normal part of being human. But when it gets to be too much, it can really feel like you're losing control. So in this explainer, we're going to break down what stress actually is, why our bodies react the way they do, and most importantly, give you a really powerful set of tools to go from being controlled by stress to being in control of it. All right, let's get into it.
Oh, yeah, we have all been there. That racing heartbeat, right? That feeling of just being totally swamped by everything. It's a universal language. It's really just a signal from deep inside our biology that we're under pressure. And it's a feeling that connects pretty much every single one of us.
To really get a handle on modern stress, we've got to go way back. We have to understand where it comes from. And the answer? It lies in this ancient, hardwired survival mechanism that's been with us since our earliest ancestors, the fight or flight response. So what is this response, really? Well, at its core, it's a generic system. It's not designed for one specific thing. Instead, its job is to mobilize all the other systems in your brain and body for one simple goal: do something. Think of it as your body's emergency action plan. The second your brain even thinks there's a threat, and it doesn't matter if it's real or imagined, it's like flipping a switch. Your sympathetic nervous system just fires up and instantly floods your body with the hormone adrenaline, which you might also know as epinephrine. And all of this, it happens faster than you can even blink. And here's how your body prioritizes in that moment. It's kind of like a two-pronged attack. It says yes to everything needed for immediate survival. Your heart starts pumping faster, your muscles get a rush of blood, you breathe quicker, and at the exact same time, it says no, not now, to everything else. Digestion, reproduction, even growth, all of it gets put on pause. It's all about surviving the next few seconds. Okay, and this is where the trouble starts. That brilliant survival system, the one designed for short bursts of intense physical danger, well, it just isn't built for the chronic psychological pressures of the modern world. It's like the alarm gets stuck in the on position. And this is the fundamental mismatch of modern life, right? Your nervous system, for all its complexity, cannot tell the difference between a lion chasing you and a looming deadline. It perceives a threat and it pulls the only alarm lever it has, flooding you with powerful chemicals that were designed for a physical fight. So what's the consequence of that? Well, when the threat is just an email, there's nothing to fight and there's nowhere to run. So all those potent stress hormones, they have nowhere to go. They just circulate in your system. And over time, that constant exposure really starts to wear your body down. And the results are things I think we all recognize. Physically, maybe you get headaches or stomach issues. Mentally, you can't concentrate, you're worrying constantly. And in your behavior, you might get irritable or see your sleep patterns just completely fall apart. This isn't just in your head. It is a real physiological process happening in your body. So what are these modern threats? Well, data from the UK shows it's the stuff we grapple with every single day. The pressure of work, worries about money and the cost of living, and of course, the complexities of our relationships. These are the modern day lions that keep that ancient alarm ringing. Okay, so that's the problem. But here is the really good news. Just as we have a built-in alarm system, we also have a built-in calming system. We just need to learn how to turn it on consciously. This is where you get to take back control. It's called the relaxation response. The term was coined by Dr. Herbert Benson at Harvard, and it's basically the physiological antidote to fight or flight. It's your body's off switch for stress, and the best part is, you can actually learn to flip that switch whenever you need to. So how do we flip that switch? What's the fastest, most direct, science-backed way to hit the brakes on stress in real time? Well, the answer is a specific breathing pattern that you already do, usually without even thinking about it, a lot of times right before you fall asleep. It's called the physiological sigh, and it is remarkably powerful. Here's how it works, and it's so simple. It's a double inhale followed by one long, slow exhale. So you take a big breath in through your nose, then right at the top, a second shorter sip of air to fill your lungs all the way up, and then just a long, controlled exhale through your mouth. That's it. Just 1 to 3 of those can make an immediate noticeable difference. The science behind this is just beautiful. See, when we're stressed, these tiny little air sacs in our lungs, they're called alveoli, they collapse. That double inhale literally pops them back open. Then the long, slow exhale gets rid of the maximum amount of carbon dioxide from your body, which sends a direct signal to your brain to slow your heart rate. It's a direct mechanical intervention. It's pretty cool.
Now, the physiological sigh is an incredible emergency brake, but you should definitely build out your toolkit. Moving your body helps to literally burn off those excess stress hormones. Connecting with someone you trust gives you perspective, mindfulness pulls you out of that anxious future thinking, and laughter is literally a chemical release valve for stress.
Now, real-time tools are fantastic for those acute moments of stress, but to truly master it, we need to shift from being reactive to being a proactive. We need to build a solid foundation of long-term resilience. And look, this isn't rocket science, but it is fundamental science. Consistent sleep, healthy diet, regular movement, and real social connection. These are the 4 pillars of a stress-resilient life. They aren't just nice to have, they're absolutely non-negotiable for keeping your nervous system balanced and ready for whatever life throws at you. Okay, now for a more advanced technique. It's called stress inoculation. The idea is actually pretty simple. You deliberately put your body into a state of physical stress, say through intense exercise or maybe a cold shower, and then you practice keeping your mind calm. What this does is it teaches your brain that the feeling of a racing heart doesn't have to equal panic. You're basically training yourself to be comfortable in discomfort, which effectively raises your entire stress threshold.
But beyond these specific techniques, it's so important to remember there's a huge range of things that can help. The Mental Health Foundation once asked people for their best stress management tips, and they compiled the top 99.
And that's the real point of a list that long. From reading a book to petting your cat, there is no single magic bullet. The goal is not to do everything on the list. It's to experiment and to build a personalized toolkit of strategies that genuinely work for you. So let's bring this all together. We've kind of journeyed from understanding our ancient automatic stress alarm all the way to discovering this whole range of conscious tools we can use to manage it. This whole thing is about shifting your relationship with stress. You now have the knowledge and you have the tools. The power isn't in just knowing this stuff, it's in applying it. So think about it. What's one small change you can make today? Will you try the physiological sigh the next time you feel overwhelmed? Will you schedule a 10-minute walk? Maybe reach out to a friend. The journey from reaction to response, it starts with one small conscious choice. What will yours be?
Thanks for joining me on Wellness 7000.